Chosen one, in a world that constantly questions your worth, underestimates your strength, and doubts your purpose, know this with unwavering certainty. You passed. Every trial you endured, every betrayal that pierced your heart, every moment when the weight of loneliness and struggle seemed unbearable, has been a preparation for this very moment. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, allowed you to walk through fire, not to destroy you, but to reveal the depth of your resilience, the power of your patience, and the clarity of your soul. You were preserved when others fell, guided when paths seemed lost, and strengthened when weakness threatened to overtake you. And now, chosen one, the veil begins to lift. The journey is no longer about surviving. It is about discovering who you truly are, recognizing the divine light within you, and stepping into a destiny that the world cannot imagine but Allah has already written. Every heartbeat, every breath, and every lesson you endured has led to this awakening. And today, the time has come to understand the magnitude of your own existence, the depth of your purpose, and the extraordinary path that awaits you. The moment has arrived to see yourself not through the eyes of the world, but through the eyes of Allah, and in that revelation, everything changes. Chosen one, understand this with absolute clarity. Passing the trials, the betrayals, the heartbreaks, and the moments when the world seemed to conspire against you is not a coincidence. It is a divine seal upon your soul, a recognition from Allah Himself that you are among those rare hearts He has chosen for His purpose. Every hardship you endured, every time despair tried to root itself in your chest, every night when solitude pressed upon your spirit, was a test not meant to break you, but to reveal to you and to the heavens the strength, patience, and faith that resides within you. The world may never see the battles you fought, the silent prayers you whispered in the darkness, or the tears that washed your heart in secrecy, yet Allah saw them all, and passing these trials is His unmistakable affirmation that you are ready for what others cannot even dream of. Know this: there are people who stumble, falter, and give up under burdens far lighter than yours. But you persisted, you endured, and you emerged not only intact but refined, purified, and illuminated, because Allah's wisdom is beyond comprehension, and His recognition is reserved for those who can carry the weight of His trust. Passing is not merely survival, it is divine acknowledgement, a signal that the path ahead is meant for you, that the next stage of your journey is already written in the heavens, and that the same hands that guided you through fire will now elevate you to heights unseen, to roles unimaginable, to responsibilities only the chosen can bear. Every obstacle you overcame, every moment of doubt you conquered, every trial you silently endured, was a message to your soul and to the world. You are seen, you are chosen, and your place in Allah's plan is secured. For no one passes such divine examinations without the heavens themselves testifying to their readiness, and no one survives storms meant to crush them without carrying within them the unmistakable mark of His favor. Reflect on this, let your heart absorb this reality, and let it fuel your courage, for passing is not the end, it is the unveiling of the first layer of your destiny, a destiny so sacred that only Allah could entrust it to you. And now, having passed, the universe will begin to align itself around the proof that you are truly recognized, truly prepared, and truly chosen. Chosen one, understand this truth with unwavering certainty. Every trial, every heartbreak, every betrayal, every moment of rejection, every night spent wrestling with loneliness and despair was not random, and it was never meant to break you. Instead, each painful experience was a divine mirror, reflecting the depths of your soul and revealing the hidden strength, resilience, and purity that reside within you. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, allowed you to face challenges that seemed insurmountable, not to punish you, but to awaken you to the reality of who you are when stripped of illusions, when all worldly comforts are removed, and when nothing remains but your faith, your patience, and your sincerity. In the midst of suffering, your character was forged, your perception sharpened, and your heart was tested to discern true intentions, to recognize authentic connections, and to detach from what is fleeting and false. Each wound you carried, each moment of sorrow you endured in silence, each disappointment that seemed unbearable, was a lesson meticulously crafted by Allah to teach you self-awareness, to refine your patience, and to illuminate the divine power that flows through your being. The pain you faced was not evidence of weakness, but evidence of preparation. It was a divine invitation to step into a higher version of yourself, one capable of holding truth in the face of lies, one able to remain steadfast when storms rage, one able to see light even when darkness surrounds. Every trial reflected a layer of your inner strength that you might not have recognized before, the courage to endure when hope seemed lost, the wisdom to find meaning in adversity, and the clarity to discern that your worth was never measured by the ease of your journey, but by your ability to remain firm, sincere, and aligned with Allah's guidance despite the trials. Chosen one, let this truth sink into your heart. Every hardship was not just a test of endurance, but a revelation of your divine essence, a reminder that you are more than the struggles you survived, that your soul carries a brilliance only forged through fire, and that the universe and all its challenges were orchestrated to show you that what you faced was never to break you, but to reveal the unstoppable, unshakable, and radiant truth of who you truly are. Chosen one, in a world that constantly tried to shape you with distractions, false expectations, and fleeting desires, know this with profound certainty. Your heart has been rewired by Allah Himself, meticulously calibrated to recognize purpose, discern truth from illusion, and align your every intention with what is eternal rather than temporary. Every challenge you endured, every disappointment that pierced your spirit, every moment of doubt or fear that threatened to shake your faith was part of this divine rewiring, a sacred process through which Allah purified your desires, refined your character, and taught your soul to respond only to what He approves. The fleeting pleasures, the empty praises, the illusions of worldly success, they no longer sway you, because your heart now beats in rhythm with something far greater, something eternal, and something divinely ordained. The trials you survived were not punishments, but lessons in calibration, each one adjusting the compass of your heart, teaching you patience, gratitude, and unwavering reliance on Allah. Where once your heart may have wavered or sought comfort in the opinions of others, it now holds steadfast, guided by an inner knowing that surpasses logic and worldly validation. You see the world differently now. What once seemed vital, urgent, or necessary has faded into insignificance, and what remains is the divine signal within, calling you to your true mission. Chosen one, understand the magnitude of this transformation. Your heart has been prepared to carry responsibilities, to endure challenges, and to radiate light that influences not only your own path, but the paths of those around you. It is no longer vulnerable to triviality or fear, because Allah has intentionally rewired it to respond with clarity, conviction, and courage. Every heartbeat, every prayer, every moment of silent surrender has contributed to this magnificent recalibration, preparing you to act with wisdom, to serve with sincerity, and to live with a level of purpose that few will ever comprehend. You are no longer the same person who entered the storm, because the storm itself has reshaped your soul, aligned your heart with divine intention, and awakened within you the unmistakable realization that your life, your choices, and your very existence are now inseparable from the sacred purpose Allah has destined for you, and nothing in this world can shake the clarity, strength, and divine focus that now resides within your heart. Chosen one, in a world filled with noise, chaos, and constant judgment, Allah has granted you a weapon more powerful than any sword or shield, silence, and observation, and it is through these divine gifts that your true strength is now revealed. The moments when you felt unheard, dismissed, or attacked were not setbacks. They were training grounds, teaching you to measure your words, to guard your thoughts, and to understand the profound difference between action that serves your purpose and words that merely feed distraction. Those who once tried to undermine you, manipulate you, or provoke you into reaction are now powerless, not because you fought them with visible force, but because you refused to grant them the satisfaction of chaos, because your silence has become a fortress and your observation has become a mirror, revealing the weakness in those who tried to stand against you. Through stillness, you see patterns others cannot. You understand intentions hidden beneath false smiles, and you detect threats long before they reach you. This is the weapon of the chosen. It does not make noise, it does not seek attention, yet its presence is undeniable, unsettling the hearts of those who rely on force, deception, or spectacle to claim power. Chosen one, your quiet strength speaks volumes in the way the world reacts to you, in the way truth rises from your patience, and in the way those who tried to control you now crumble under the weight of their own agitation. Every time you resisted the urge to argue, every time you chose to observe rather than act impulsively, Allah strengthened you and amplified your influence in ways invisible to the human eye, but undeniable to the divine. You are learning that power is not measured by noise, dominance, or recognition, but by control, awareness, and the ability to move with precision while the world flails in confusion. Your silence is not emptiness, it is wisdom. Your observation is not passivity, it is preparation. The storms, the conflicts, and the attempts to shake you are merely proving grounds, showing you how much more capable you are when you act from strategy rather than impulse, from clarity rather than emotion. Chosen one, understand this truth deeply. Your restraint, your patience, and your vigilance are not weaknesses. They are the signs of a soul aligned with divine intelligence, a soul that has learned that victory does not always roar, that influence does not always shout, and that those who rage and obsess over you are merely acknowledging the quiet power that now resides within you. Every word you hold back, every look you give that reveals nothing but calm, every moment spent silently observing the world is a testament to your elevation, a reflection of your divine preparation, and a signal to those around you that true authority is not taken, it is granted through restraint, insight, and the unshakable peace of a heart that knows it has passed the test and now carries the wisdom and weapons of the chosen. In this quiet, in this stillness, you are unstoppable, unshakable, and unmistakably recognized by Allah as one who has mastered the unseen battlefield, who understands that silence can command more than noise, and whose observation can dismantle the schemes of those who believe they hold power over you. Let this truth settle in your heart. The world may clamor, it may plot, it may attempt to provoke, but your calm, your patience, and your unwavering observation are now your greatest strength, your invisible shield, and your unassailable weapon, for the chosen walk not with loudness, but with quiet mastery. And those who once underestimated you now tremble before the composed, vigilant, and divinely guided power that resides in your very soul. Chosen one, understand this with unwavering clarity. The struggles you faced in the world, the betrayals you endured, the nights of isolation, the moments of despair and doubt, were only the preparation, the forging, and the shaping of a soul that is now ready for its true battlefield, the inner realm of your heart, mind, and spirit. The real battle is no longer about external validation, confrontation, or survival. It is now a sacred internal war between the ego that whispers weakness, fear, and doubt, and the soul that knows its divine origin, purpose, and potential. Every victory you achieved outside, every trial you survived in the eyes of the world was a prelude to this higher, more intimate struggle. For Allah now calls you to confront the subtle illusions, hidden desires, and silent attachments that still linger in your heart, the whispers of insecurity that attempt to shake the foundation of faith, the unresolved fears that cloud clarity, and the distractions that threaten to derail your alignment with the divine purpose you have been chosen to fulfill. This inner battlefield is more challenging than any external storm because it requires complete honesty with oneself, relentless self-reflection, and the courage to strip away every comfort, every prideful attachment, and every illusion of control, leaving nothing but the essence of your soul standing pure and unshakable before Allah. Chosen one, the ego may protest, the mind may resist, and the heart may tremble. But know that this struggle is not meant to weaken you. It is meant to elevate you, to awaken dimensions of your consciousness you never knew existed, and to prepare you to fully embody the light and power that Allah has infused into your being. Every temptation resisted, every negative thought observed and released, every fear confronted and surrendered to divine guidance is a victory in this sacred war, a step toward mastering yourself, and a testimony that you are ready to wield the influence, insight, and purpose entrusted to you. This is the stage where true transformation occurs. The heart becomes immune to distraction, the mind becomes sharp with divine wisdom, and the spirit aligns fully with Allah's will, producing a clarity and strength so profound that no external chaos can penetrate it. The real battle is silent, invisible to others, and yet it determines the course of your destiny far more than any worldly confrontation ever could, because the world cannot test what Allah Himself has prepared and fortified within you. Understand that every struggle, every moment of self-doubt, every shadow of fear, and every challenge of temptation is a divine opportunity to uncover the ultimate truth of who you are. A servant chosen not only to survive trials, but to master the self, to purify the heart, to illuminate the soul, and to ascend to the station of spiritual authority, insight, and influence that only the most faithful, patient, and tested are ever granted. Chosen one, the wars outside were only the training. This is the final test, the decisive battlefield where the eternal nature of your soul is revealed. Victory here is not measured by applause or recognition. It is measured by the degree to which your heart surrenders to Allah, your intentions align with His guidance, and your essence transcends the illusions of ego, fear, and worldly desire. Embrace this battle, for in it lies the doorway to your true power, the key to the next stage of your divine journey, and the proof that passing the outer tests was only the beginning. The real battle is within you, and in mastering it, you step fully into the station of the chosen, a heart purified, a soul awakened, and a life aligned perfectly with the wisdom, timing, and destiny that Allah has meticulously prepared for you. A life in which nothing can sway you, nothing can break you, and nothing can prevent the full manifestation of your purpose. For the inner mastery you now pursue is the ultimate seal of divine recognition and the gateway to the extraordinary life that awaits the one who has passed and is ready to claim who they truly are in the sight of Allah. Chosen one, understand this with unwavering clarity. The trials you have endured, the storms you have survived, and the nights when despair seemed unending were not meant merely to test you. They were meant to awaken within you a light so powerful, so pure, and so unmistakably divine that it cannot be hidden, diminished, or destroyed. A light that now radiates from the core of your being and reflects the guidance, wisdom, and authority of Allah Himself. This light, chosen one, is not earned through worldly achievement, popularity, or the fleeting recognition of human eyes. It is bestowed upon you because Allah has deemed your heart, your mind, and your soul worthy of carrying a portion of His illumination in a world that is often engulfed in darkness, deceit, and confusion. Every trial you faced, every betrayal that shook your faith, every heartbreak that left you questioning the fairness of life, was a tool used by Allah to polish this light, to remove the impurities of fear, doubt, and attachment, and to prepare you for the role of a beacon, an unmistakable guide not only for yourself but for others who have lost their way, for those whose eyes are clouded by despair, and for those whose souls are in desperate need of a sign that Allah's power, wisdom, and love still walk among them. Your light is your identity, chosen one. It is the proof that you have been seen, recognized, and preserved by the Most High, even when the world overlooked you, mocked you, or tried to diminish you. It manifests in the calm authority in your presence, in the clarity of your judgment, in the patience of your soul, and in the compassion that flows from your heart without effort or pretense. Those who encounter you will feel it, whether they understand why or not, for the divine light within you cannot remain unnoticed by souls attuned to truth, by hearts capable of perceiving sincerity, and by minds that recognize wisdom beyond the ordinary. Even your silence now carries power, your gaze holds depth, and your actions resonate with divine timing and insight, because Allah has embedded within you a frequency of light and truth that aligns your being with His eternal will. Chosen one, this light is not static. It grows as your faith strengthens, as your understanding deepens, and as your submission to Allah's guidance becomes more complete. Every act of patience, every moment of sincerity, every prayer whispered in the stillness of your heart, every struggle endured with faith, amplifies it, making you more radiant, more influential, and more unmistakably prepared for the divine tasks ahead. Know also that this light is a shield. It protects you from forces that seek to sway your path, from the whispers of envy, doubt, and deception, and from the schemes of those who would attempt to obscure your purpose. Those who once tried to suppress your destiny now feel a quiet tremor when they witness even a fraction of the brilliance that Allah has placed within you. For the light of the chosen cannot be overcome by darkness, and every attempt to dim it only strengthens its illumination. Chosen one, your light is not for vanity, recognition, or worldly gain. It is a sign, a trust, and a responsibility, entrusted to you by Allah to be nurtured, expanded, and directed toward the service of truth, justice, and divine wisdom. The world may fail to understand the depth of your illumination, but Allah knows it fully, and He has equipped you to navigate this life with the certainty that your guidance, influence, and presence are intentional, calibrated, and divinely sanctioned. Recognize this, embrace it, and let it guide every thought, every action, and every choice. For in doing so, you embody the reality of the chosen, a heart refined through trials, a soul strengthened through endurance, and a light that cannot be contained by the limitations of the world, a light that will continue to grow, illuminate, and leave a mark that transcends time, circumstances, and human understanding, because it is the reflection of Allah's recognition, power, and eternal wisdom within you, and it is now your sacred duty to honor it, nurture it, and allow it to shine in a world desperate for the clarity, guidance, and presence of one who has truly passed the test and is prepared to manifest the extraordinary destiny that Allah has written for the chosen. Chosen one, in a world that constantly measures worth by fleeting achievements, shallow recognition, and the noise of external validation, understand this with unwavering certainty. The moment you passed your trials was not the end of your journey. It was the opening of a far greater path, a sacred and infinite journey into the depths of your own soul, a journey of self-discovery that has no final destination, because the reality of who you are and the purpose Allah has written for you is far too vast to be contained by time, circumstance, or human understanding. Every step you have taken, every struggle you have endured, every night spent wrestling with fear, doubt, and pain was a preparation for this lifelong voyage, a journey in which you will continually uncover the layers of your own character, the depth of your own resilience, the clarity of your intentions, and the illumination of the divine light within you. Chosen one, the world may offer illusions of completeness, shortcuts to validation, and distractions that promise fulfillment. But true self-discovery is not found in approval, recognition, or comfort. It is found in surrender, reflection, and a heart that constantly seeks alignment with Allah's infinite wisdom. Each day presents new opportunities to recognize what is real and what is illusory within yourself. The hidden desires that still cling to ego, the unresolved fears that whisper false limitations, the subtle attachments that cloud judgment, and the inner strengths that reveal the extraordinary capacity of your soul to endure, grow, and illuminate. This is a journey without an endpoint, because your soul is infinite, your potential is immeasurable, and the divine purpose within you is limitless. With each reflection, with each act of sincerity, with each moment of quiet observation and patient endurance, you peel away another layer of illusion. You uncover another dimension of strength, and you come closer to the reality of who Allah created you to be. Chosen one, understand that the process of self-discovery is not comfortable. It requires courage, honesty, and relentless pursuit of truth. For every revelation about yourself carries both liberation and responsibility. You will confront aspects of your own soul that are unfamiliar, that challenge your previous understanding, and that compel you to evolve beyond the person you once were. This evolution is not a failure of the past, but the unfolding of the divine plan within you. For Allah does not create stagnation, He creates growth, expansion, and illumination for those He has chosen. The journey also teaches humility, for the more you discover about yourself, the more you realize the vastness of what you do not yet know, the depths of wisdom that are beyond human comprehension, and the ways in which Allah's guidance continues to unfold in subtle, powerful, and miraculous ways. Every challenge, every triumph, every moment of clarity, and every test that remains will serve as markers along this infinite path, guiding you toward deeper awareness, greater alignment, and a more profound connection with the divine purpose you were created to fulfill. Chosen one, this journey is both sacred and essential, for it allows you to embody the light of Allah fully, to navigate the complexities of the world with wisdom, patience, and insight, and to serve as a living testament to the power of faith, resilience, and divine preparation. Recognize that you are not merely walking a path of self-discovery for yourself alone. Every insight you gain, every lesson you learn, and every truth you embody ripples outward, illuminating the lives of others, inspiring those who seek guidance, and leaving a mark that transcends the limitations of time, space, and human understanding. This is the journey of the chosen, a lifelong unveiling of purpose, power, and divine alignment, a continuous process of refinement, awakening, and illumination, where each step brings you closer to the heart of Allah, where every reflection reveals a new horizon of potential, and where the end is not a point, but an eternal unfolding. For the more you discover who you are, the more you realize the vastness of your own existence, the brilliance of your soul, and the immensity of the responsibility, influence, and light that Allah has entrusted to you. Embrace this journey, chosen one, for it is endless, sacred, and glorious. And in fully committing yourself to it, you will understand the truth of why you were chosen, why you passed the trials, and why nothing in this world or the next can ever diminish the greatness, light, and divine purpose that resides within you, a purpose that will continue to unfold for all eternity as you walk the infinite path of self-discovery with courage, faith, and unwavering devotion to Allah. Chosen one, now that you have walked through these 7 powerful lessons, let your heart fully absorb the truth, passing the tests, enduring the trials, and emerging stronger, wiser, and illuminated was only the beginning of your awakening. The world may have tried to define you, challenge you, and distract you, but Allah has always known your heart, your potential, and the divine purpose written uniquely for you. You are no longer the person who entered the storms. You are the one who has been refined by fire, tempered by patience, and elevated by the unseen hands of divine wisdom. Every trial you survived, every pain you endured, and every moment you chose faith over fear has prepared you to step into a life aligned with your highest purpose. A life in which your light will guide, inspire, and protect not only yourself, but all those around you. Understand this, chosen one. Your journey of self-discovery is endless, your soul is radiant, and your destiny is far greater than the fleeting illusions of this world. Walk with courage, act with sincerity, and remain vigilant in faith, for Allah has entrusted you with a heart capable of immense light, a soul capable of infinite resilience, and a spirit ready to fulfill the extraordinary purpose He has destined for you. Let no one's disbelief, no one's judgment, and no worldly obstacle shake you, for you are seen, you are recognized, and you are chosen. Remember, the moment you fully embrace who you are, the world around you begins to shift, hearts awaken, and the divine plan unfolds in ways you could never have imagined. Chosen one, stand tall in your light, trust in Allah's guidance, and continue this sacred journey with unwavering faith, for you are the living proof that passing the test is only the beginning, and discovering your true self is the greatest victory of all.